What's up, all you cool cats and kittens and buckaroos? How are ya? So forgive my foul mouth Friday on Low Tech Health. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge. I know it's a mouthful, and you're probably not going to remember a goddamn thing, but that's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. You know why? Because I'm being nice. I'm being nice on the phone. I'm being nice in person. I'm being nice on the video camera. You see? I'm being nice. We're all having a good time. Hope everyone has had a wonderful week. I can't really tell you this, but I have a little bit of news. For anyone who's been watching Tiger King or I kept up with it, I had a patient. I can't really tell you their last name, but it rhymes with, okay, it's Baskin. I had Carol Baskin's dead husband, not so dead, as my patient last night. He's in a coma. He's alive. He's got tiger marks up and down his left leg. No, he's not real. I'm just kidding. She's asexual. He never existed. Whoa. Okay, enough of that meta bullshit. So, I saw something written on my board in my home that I didn't write. And you know what it said? Primary and preventative care doesn't make money. And you know what? It's preventive, so fuck you, all right? And you're right, it doesn't make money. Products make money, fear makes money. But you know what makes people come back? The fear of death. And that seems to be the best argument for preventive care, is to not die. You really have to bring it to that high stakes level for some people. No, you don't want to get up out of bed. You don't want to pull this mask that's helping you breathe off your face because there could be a tube down your throat breathing for you. Even more uncomfortable. It's so cliche and really hard to explain to people outside of nursing, or really anybody who hasn't been tubed. Nurses probably get this, and healthcare workers, after they've been intubated and mechanically ventilated. That's the slang I'm using. Just to get the idea that I don't care what those numbers say, I feel like I can't breathe. It's terrifying. I'm going to do everything I can to get up out of the water, which is what you see with patients who have the mask on and they're trying to get it up, they're trying to get it off, take it off their face because I can't breathe. It's like trying to breathe with your head sticking out of a window going 60 miles an hour. But the alternative is this little fish hook, this hollow plastic fish hook. We go in your neck and breathe right here. We inflate it so you can't breathe around it, or you shouldn't. You really shouldn't. And then we pump air. We blow. It's like CPR. Basically, somebody is blowing in your mouth. It's not a very good way to keep the lungs alive. We've talked about this in negative versus positive pressure and why it's important to do negative pressure and not positive pressure, because you're going to pop it. Makes sense. Positive pressure pops. Pam. But I get it. Hypoxia, it doesn't feel good. If you have one of those little oximeters, you can put your finger in and check what your oxygen levels, your oxygen saturation levels, which isn't really your oxygen, but it's the amount of hemoglobin available to carry oxygen, should give you a good determination of how much oxygen you have in your bloodstream. How well it's getting through, I don't know. But if you've ever used one of those, try to hold your breath and play the game or see how low you can get. It feels terrifying to get into the high 80s. And some people without oxygen constantly into the nose can drop into the 70s, into the 60s. And especially in the hospital, we like to keep our patients safe. And that means in the bed and not touching anything on the walls around them, because we've put on a bunch of these obstacles. There are 2 little wires here, one in their chest, one in the center of their chest, and 2 at their stomach. And that's just one set of wires. And we have one in their blood pressure cuff, another one attached to their finger, and sometimes a Foley is attached to their genitalia, attached to the bed. And when a patient is hypoxic, getting up, they're not taking any of that into consideration. So they're running straight for the window, they're jumping over shit, falling over all over the place. And I get it. I had a little spat of drowning as a child, and it doesn't feel good. You want to jump up, and then that's it. You go dark. Some practitioners will advise or order an antipsychotic, which is something that seems like, yeah, that should work, like Haldol or Zyprexa, Ativan. These are all generally for people who are having manic episodes. I think, purpose is for schizophrenia and manic depression, but usually, I'll say this because sometimes it does work with hypoxic patients to calm them down. But generally, it's like throwing a little cup of gas on a brush fire. Because if you take someone who's already feeling like they're going to drown and are terrified, give them an antipsychotic that's supposed to mellow them out, the body goes into extreme overdrive. It's like, yes, I have no more inhibitions left. I will jump out of this room and I will grab you by your hair, little girl. Yeah, that's right. They have that voice. That's the voice I give my patients in their head when they grab that cute little ponytail. So, with that being said, be nice to your nurses and understand where the patients are coming from when they say they can't breathe. I know it's silly. They're pulling their breathing devices off when they're saying that, but try to level with them and bring it back around to the, well, you don't want to die, do you? Because this is serious. Let's negotiate with that animal that wants to keep you alive in there. I know it's there. High functioning humanity might not be present in the office of the Inside Out, but you get living, not living. It's heavy. And it usually works to bring people around. So with that being said, forgive your nurses. Forgive yourself. Forgive your fucked up economy that puts more money on death than on life. And vote against that shit. Because this is not where you want to live if that is what you see as important. Do we worship death? Does war boost domestic manufacturing way more than the war and fear of just this illusory death from germs? I hope so. I hope we figure something out and we don't have to be scared with a dragon every time we need some kind of action. Forgive my foul mouth Friday. Have a wonderful fucking weekend. I love you guys. Stay safe.